Okay, welcome to episode 2 of the XS1B on the road project. So for today, I'm going to do these tyres. I've been putting it off. It takes me back to when I was a kid doing puncture repairs on my bicycle, although these are obviously a bigger scale. So that's the objective for today. Have a look at the tyres, and then I might, if I have time, take a look at the ignition and clean those points up. So get out, yeah, jack set up. Just making sure those locking tabs are in place. I'll just get these straps on. Okay, I'll set you up closer to look at the wheel directly. Okay, just have a cotter pin here. It needs to come out. I'm actually hoping that this pipe doesn't have to come off. I don't think I'm going to be that lucky. Better take this pipe off rather than risk damaging it. Is it going to be 13? 13 mil. Oh, 14. Yep. And we're turning on the back. Okay. Go get a spanner for that. There's that captive at the back. Okay. Yes, I'm not sure whether I adequately explain what's going on here. So this split pin, I can't straighten the legs out on him without crashing into that. So unfortunately, they're just slipping the slip-on muffler off. Okay. What have we got here? It's not a 21, 19. Yep. Geez, I ate my Wheat Bix the day I bloody tightened this up. Oh, dear me. Oh, yes. Yes, I'm bright. Look, I can see through the spokes of the wheel to the other side. It's the same arrangement given their foot pegs for the pillion. And I can see that the nut that I've just been trying to undo is a captive. So that explains why it was slipping off. I'd put a bit of Loctite on this from memory, but my memories of nearly 10 years ago aren't great, but I typically, on a motorbike at least, Loctite things. There we go. In actual fact, I think that's dropped down enough. Don't need to take it all the way off. Okay. Inch or 22. It's bigger than that. Might get a shifting spanner for him. Yeah, the chrome work may not look tremendously good, but it's just an illusion. When I wintered it in the past, I sprayed it all with some WD-40 to stop it from corroding. So what you're seeing there is literally just WD-40 residue. If I back this off as well, it's got some tension on the axle here. So if you don't back that off, lock nut first obviously, it's pretty badly rounded, so I'm just going to try a 10. Yep. See the chain relaxing. There we go. So that should just hit straight out. I'm just going to go around the other side. Ooh, does that come off? I'll have to have a look. It's a rubber pad. Okay. Got the similar arrangement on this side with our adjusting nut holding onto the axle, but exactly the same situation here with muffler as well. So although it's not a split pin in this case, it's the actual axle as it wants to come out is very close, and I really don't want to cause any damage here. Gently does it. Here we go, coming out. There we go. Too easy. Okay, so the axle's coming out nicely. There's the axle. Now I'll just let this down. I want to drop up spacers out, the whole 9 yards. So we've got spacer on this side. Now I'm just going to undo the brakes at this point. I'll set you up around this side actually, it's probably better. Okay, so on this side we have two mechanisms holding on. We have, and they're both related to the brakes. So what we're going to do is take these off. It'll give us access to the wheel. Split pin, cotter pin. Two washers, spring washer, flat washer. Obviously a nut. Okay, so this should just come out. Beauty. Okay, just chain off and then we're set. There we go, wheel off. Okay, got the tyre on the floor. What I don't have is a little tool for removing the Schroeder valve here. I'm just going to need to do it the old-fashioned way, with a bit of patience. Man, these tyres are crusty. There you go. Right, that's pretty much all I can get out of that. That's pretty good. I'll go get some pry bars. I tried to get some tyre irons from the auto shop. At least the one near me did not. Do I have any? This just takes me back, what, 40 years or something. You just have to get it started, and I haven't got it started. Here comes the tempting tool, the screwdriver. It's pointier, therefore more likely to put a hole in your tube. Looks like we got a result. Definitely. I think we've got to be there soon. Yeah. Okay. Now I am going to take the tube out because it will be in the way and at risk getting damaged. So. Just unscrewing the valve stem. It's got a retaining nut at the bottom of it. So it's fighting a little bit, but I'll win this one, I think. It seems to be a little sort of bonded. It's probably to the spoke, the rubber spoke guard that's in here. Come on. Oh, goodness gracious me. Bloody fighter. It's one of those things again, once you get it started, it'll be gagging to come out. Oh, here we go. Let's go. Oh, it is a fighter. Here we go. That's better. Hey Jake, what are you doing? Oh, come to lick. Don't lick. What you doing, mate? So I'm fighting this. Do you want to help? Help? Hey, don't sit on me. What's going on? Oh, Jake. Oh, hey, stop. No. Away. Away. Dude, don't sit on me. Away. Away. Jake, away. I mean it. Away. 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 Thank you. Hey, away. Stop. Stop. No, you can't play. Stop. Victory is mine. Yeah, don't like the look of some of those marks. I'm not going to take you through that agony, but I'm going to shove some air in it and put it in a big bucket of water, make sure it's not leaking. All right. Usually I've had success just peeling off at this point. No, it's not going to work. It is coming off. There we go. Okay, one busted ass tyre. We can go in the pile. Grab another tyre. Yes, this brings back memories too. Okay, so it's going to want to reverse your gains as you go around. That's sort of the go, isn't it? Yes. Gee whiz. The other tyre just was really crunchy. This one's bloody firm as. It's fighting big time. There yet? I wonder if, I think the trouble is we're trying to push both sides of the tyre in at once. So if I bring that all out, it should give us a bit more flexibility. Well, let's try now. It's a bloody fighter, I can tell you. I know why I've been putting this job off. Here we go. That's sort of what you want. Little nibbles now, not big bites. Okay, I reckon we'll get that with the next go. There you go, your fighter. I won. That's good. Right, now I'm going to leave you and check this tube out for problems before I put it back in. Okay, so I've done my investigative work on this inner tube and it's all hunky-dory. The issue was more appearance than functionality, which is good. So, let the struggles getting this open not enough for the tube to go in. Let that struggle begin. What we'll do is let me push that all the way down there. All right. It'll give us something, I think. I wish I was good at this. Just trying to get the valve stem in first. I don't think there's any other way. Got to get your valve stem in first. Okay. Go down there, please. Okay. It's just curiously tricky is the tyre. Oh, this is ridiculously hard. Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I'll struggle. I'm going to have to go to YouTube for some solutions, some suggestions at least. Okay, it's the next day, and I got some advice off the old YouTube. Got some leaves that blew in just now. Got some advice off YouTube on what to do, and there is a method which I'm going to try. It involves keeping the inner tube and the tyre as one piece, held together with zip ties, making the tyre and rim as slippery as you can get them, and then trying to get the whole assembly on. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just prepare by getting zip ties, getting the tyre off the rim, and then getting it set up. So I'll switch you off and come back once I've done that, and you'll probably see a wrestling match after that. Okay, this is the arrangement we've got here. It's a bunch of zip ties, which I think the principle here is, number one, it enables you to have the valve stem sticking up, which is here, and it also keeps the tube, the inner tube, safely out of harm's way. It's not going to get pinched as I try to force this on. So the next part of this process is just to get some slippery stuff on the tyre and the rim. I'm going to use some dishwashing liquid. So we'll get that set up for you now. Okay, this stuff is literally slime at this point. Oh, it's a minor problem here. Should be right. It's It's like a washer that goes around the valve stem to support it on the other side of the rim, because as you know, these things get screwed down. Okay, so I've got that on. That's good. Well, I can vouch for the slippiness. It's pretty slippy. I just can't see how this is going to work. Seriously can't. The real issue I'm having here, right, is that this tyre is, I mean, it's an 18-inch, as the wheel's an 18-inch, but it, you know, it goes to the full rim thickness here inside. So it's a tight fit. It's probably the more direct way of saying it. And you can't get your fingers in to get that inner tube screwed in. I'm going to scrap this method for now, and I'm going to screw the inner tube onto the wheel, and then try to hello Jake, how are you? Yeah, I've got slime on my fingers, mate. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. What you been doing? Yeah? Oh yes. Finding any birds? Okay. All right. What I will do, I'll bring you back. Oh, sorry, I probably didn't explain. I'll take all those zip ties off, clean off a bit of that slime, screw the inner tube to the wheel, and then see how careful I can be getting the tyre on with the tube in situ. So I'll bring you back. Okay, we're back. Now I've just had maybe a bright idea, but if I reverse the principle, so instead of keeping the inner tube safe within the tyre with zip ties, what if I kept the inner tube safe within the rim with zip ties? So I'll try one. I think that's potentially a goer. So you can sort of fold it on itself a little bit. Probably need more zip ties than that last method, but something like that all the way around. I don't know if you can see that. I'll bring you in. So something just like that, keeping that tube safely tucked in there, so it's not going to get pinched as I try. I reckon that'll work. Let's do that. I know some of you are sitting at home probably yelling at the screen saying that was bloody obvious. Anyway, I'll bring you back once I've trussed it up. Righto fellas, so here's where we got to. We've got the inner tube safely secured by zip ties within the rim, so it's not going to get pinched between the tyre and the outer surface of that rim. I'll still have to be a bit careful, but you know what, I'm ready to give it some welly. See what we can do. So I'm going to It's still not going to be a bloody romp in the park. Okay, why don't we do it this way here? Something happened. Dropped in some out. She popped out this side. Honestly, I don't want to damage this tube. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take it down to a bike shop. I'm going to admit defeat. They've got the equipment. There's no point me screwing up this tube, having to buy another one, and then having to have it fitted at a bike shop. All right, so with that going on, let's move on to, I'll pack this away. We'll take the front wheel off so that both of them then ready to go to the bike shop. And we'll then take a look at getting those points cleaned up. So that's what we will do. Okay, we'll now get this front wheel off. Hey, Jake. Okay, let's do this one. What you doing, mate? You're blocking the shot. You are, you're blocking the shot. Okay. You can't sit on me again. Move. Jake, away. 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 Good boy. Away. Away. Lie. Stop. Away. 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 Now there's a small locking screw on the other fork. Get that undone. Probably can't see what I'm doing here, but maybe you can now. Right. And again, I've left the nut on the end of the axle so that this little bit of persuasion doesn't harm the threads. Now, I don't recommend people using their socket extensions as a drift, but needs must. It's not taking much. attitude to get it out. There we go. Well, an axle. Okay, what I might do here, just trying to remember how this came off last time. I think this adjustment needs to be taken back. Because what's happening as this wheel's dropped down, it's tightened the cable, which has applied the brakes effectively. What's going on here? What's that? These adjusting nuts are pretty rounded. It seems to have progressed that. There we go. Right. She's loose-ish. Cable's off. There we go. Let's see if that's helped. Yeah, there you go. Just gently, come on. You're almost out. Don't want to scratch anything up. Might jack this up a bit so I can get the wheel down a bit further. Nothing really to complain about here. Okay. There we have it. Let's put that axle back together. Any spacer there? Nope. Well, that's the front wheel off. Why don't we finish off today with a look down the bores of the cylinders. I've got the endoscope for that. Take a look at those points, and if we've got enough stability, see how that ignition system's working. When I say we need stability, I'm actually saying that the only thing we've got to start this boy is a kickstart. She's got no electric starter from 1971, so I'll be needing to use the kickstart to to turn things over and see if we've got spark, etc. So, all right. So what I will do next is set up the endoscope, and we'll get in and take a look.
Okay, so we've got the endoscope in the right hand cylinder at the moment. What you can see there is some good crosshatch marks on the bore, no rust to speak of. The discoloration you can see there is clearly ATF. You can see some on the piston there. There's no corrosion. That I hadn't cranked that motor over until now. You can see the valve there open. Did have some concern that the open valve might have led to some corrosion of the bore, but that's all looking really good. So going around to the other side now. Okay, so we're going into the left hand side. Again, the piston's at the same position in the cylinder as the right hand one, and again we can see some cross hatching marks there, and no real corrosional issues to worry about there. So we're good to give it a few kicks and get things moving.
Alright, so we just saw inside the bores, noting that there was no ATF lying around. So it's done its job over the last 48 hours. Now I'm safe in the knowledge that if I give it a bit of a kick, I'm not going to cause any damage. And that's what's happening here. Sounds really good. All right, moving on to the points. So this is a old school ignition system of points, and the points sit on this side of the engine behind this chrome cap here, and on the other side it has an equivalent looking cap, but that covers the mechanical advance. So I'll just have a quick inspection first and see what we've got. So 2 sets of points. These actually look really clean. I'm just going to get in there and give it a quick file just to get any potential corrosion off. There's not any that I can see. I'll take you in to give you a bit more of a close-up view. Okay, so that's what you got there. This one's slightly open, and this one also. Massive zoom. One thing that's I've noticed, which is fairly ingenious, sort of escaped my tinkering 10 years ago, is we've got a couple of sort of felt pads here, which seem to me that you would add some oil to this, and it would just brush against that shaft and keep let's call them cam followers, because this is a cam of sorts. These follow and open and close the points. So what I need to do, because they're not touching anymore, there's a massive air gap there, is see how I can reinstate those so that we've got some lubrication going there. All right, so that's all for now on the points. Why don't we try and see if we've got some spark. Okay, let's do that. So I'll set you down there. So for spark, we're going to need a battery, which I've already put back in, so that's good to go. Ignition, it's a good sign. Need a spark plug. Let's see, what have we got? Here we go. Just grabbing the better of the 2 spark plugs and put that on there. Okay. Not sure how I'm going to do this, but because I've got to kickstart it while giving you guys try this. See if we can see a spark. I think we got spark. I think that's a win. So I'll take you off camera. I'll just double check those points and put things back together there. Then I could say we'd tick that off the list. Okay, so we just confirmed that the tank is needing some attention. I'm just going to give that a good clean out. It's still got some juice in there, which is years old. Yeah, as I said, I should have been more conscientious with, you know, taking all the fuel out before storing it. Do that next time. So I'm just putting the points cover back on. I'm going to wrap up pretty soon. So what we've confirmed is we've got spark, good spark. That was a old spark plug. Confirmed we need to clean the fuel tank out. I've got both wheels off. They're in the back of the car. We're going to go down to the bike shop tomorrow. So it'll just be literally tank. I want to get the float bowls off the carbies. I want to do that in situ, hopefully, just to see the condition of what's in there, and that will guide our next steps. I do want to put a needle in the seat in each of these as well. What I don't particularly want to do is mess with the tune. It's just a lot of extra work if I have to strip down those carburetors and retune those. So that's so somewhat of a plan of attack is for tomorrow to get the tubes and tyres fitted, clean out the tank, take a look at float bowls, get some fresh fuel in it. If I can get those wheels back on tomorrow, then we'll be getting closer to trying a kickstart. But that's all for this afternoon, folks. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you tomorrow.